Hi, how are you today? It's a beautiful day. Today is the 7th of the 5th month of the year 2020, and it's amazing knowing that we can actually work from wherever we are. So, it's my home office, and I'm trying to adapt to this whole work from home thing. So my name is Noble Cyril and I'm a brand identity developer. This morning we'll be looking at 5 reasons why branding is important. So if you're running a business or you own a personal brand, it's always very important that you understand what you're doing with your brand. That way you'll be able to figure out what to do and what not to do. So quickly let's move over to 5 reasons why branding is important. So, by the way, I am using Adobe Illustrator to work on artboards. That way, it's easy for me to move around. I don't have to use PowerPoint or whatever software if you're comfortable with. Okay, so first of all, the very first thing that branding would help you do is that it will help you create trust. Now, it's important that you understand that as a brand owner, you should build trust. You should build this likability, if you were. I wouldn't buy anything from you if I don't trust you. I wouldn't want to identify with you if there is no trust built between the two of us, between the both of us. So it's important that as a brand, you be able to put yourself out there in the best possible ways so that your clients, so that the public will see you in a good light, so that the public will see your company, present yourself as a professional, and then they'll be able to relate with you more. So, what do I have here? I say when a company presents themselves as professionals, people trust them more and build bonds and trust with them. This turns prospects into clients. All right. Now, if you don't brand yourself well, then you wouldn't be getting clients as much as you would. This is my face cap, and here you see Adidas. All right, Adidas. I bought this because of the color, because I was trying to build a brand then that had to do with this same color, the blue color. All right, and then I saw Adidas written on it. Now Adidas made me buy. Why? I've not been to Adidas office before, but I see the name and I've been able to identify with the name over time as a sports brand. Okay, so that's very important. That's very important. In this short video, I needed to know that the very first thing to consider about building a brand, one of the first most important things about branding is that branding helps you create trust. Okay, now secondly, it helps support in marketing. Great. So, how are you going to market your stuff? How are you going to market what you have, your product, if you don't have people who trust you? How are you going to market your product if you do not have the public's trust? So, when you are able to build trust in the public, you would figure out that it's easy for you to sell. All right, it's easy for you to sell your product. I would always go, for instance, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola sells their product with little or no advertisement, as you would call it. They really do not need advertisement to sell. Why? Because people have been able to know them, people have been able to trust them, people have been able to like them. So when you have a target in the industry, in the market, that you need to build trust, then your marketing would have received a whole lot of help from that idea of people knowing and trusting you. So what we have is that because they know, like, and trust you, they will relate more with you and would rather buy from you rather than some brand they run into. Okay. Now, it's important that you also realize that whether you're consciously doing it or not, you're building a brand, all right? You're building a brand, whether you're consciously doing it or not. So, when you invest more attention and time on your brand, you realize that you're doing much more. And then people begin to get identified with your brand. People begin to get identified with it, and then they begin to buy from you more. All right. So the bigger, the more professional, and the clearer your brand is, your brand message is, your brand identity is, it's the easier it becomes for your marketing folks to be able to drive sales. All right. The next is that it improves recognition. Now let's deal with this when it has to do with logo. I say a neatly and professionally crafted brand identity will stick to people's subconscious. All right. craft yours well and you live in the minds of people, it's priceless to find yourself living in the hearts and minds of people. Okay, now when it comes to brand, the first thing people see is your logo. Okay, the first thing you feel very proud to push out. It may not necessarily be that the logo is the first thing people see, but the very first thing people push out there, the very first thing they want to push out more is their logo. Now, when people see your logo, if it's difficult for them to grab in 5 seconds, in 2 seconds, in 3 seconds, then it's difficult for you to stick it. Okay, look at the Adidas logo again. You would see three. You see three swooshes right here. Now, even if you don't write Adidas at the base of it, whenever you see the three swooshes, you know this is Adidas and you identify with it, you recognize it. All right. So it's important that if you're running a brand, it's important that you push out identities that will easily be recognized. If you're a brand identity developer like me, you're a graphic designer, you get to be a brand identity developer and professional over time and experience. So while making your designs, while working on your project, it's important that you explain to your client the need for their brand identity to be easily recognized. It begins to create a space in the mind of people that on its own is priceless, and it's very big deal. It's a very big deal in lead generation. Okay, let's move on as quickly as we can so that we don't get to waste too much time on it. It motivates employees. Think about it. Where would you rather work? Just a web design company in the streets, or would you rather work for Facebook? Would you rather work with Microsoft, or just a software developer in the streets? Now, that's what we're talking about when we say branding motivates employees. Employees find it important to have this sense of belonging somewhere. So it gives them something they can be proud of and they stick with. All right. So branding goes beyond logo and designs. Branding Oops, this is a mistake. Branding moves even into how you craft your message. Branding moves even deeper into how you communicate your message. It moves deeper into how you take care of your staff, how you relate with your customers, how you brand your products. All right. So the collective effort you put into branding motivates your employees. It makes them want to come to work the next day. It makes them want to do more for you. It makes them want to be more. It makes them want to show off. All right. So when you give your employees something important, something necessary, something beautiful to hold on to, it keeps them motivated and their work will continue to be top notch. And then this is one area we don't talk about as much. The fifth one is that branding motivates you. Effective branding motivates you as the employer of flavor. It motivates you as the person who owns the business. All right, you feel good when your general image in the public is top notch. You feel motivated to do more when clients relate more with you and you buy into their emotional connection to your brand and your brand identity. All right, how do you feel if you're the owner of Amazon? How do you feel if you're Elon Musk? Okay, most times you really don't need people to know your name. Most times all they identify you with is the product you are associated with. So however it is, however difficult it becomes, it's important that you craft a very effective brand story and identity. That way you feel good about yourself. You feel that I own this, something you'll be proud of. All right. And lastly, in this short video, I would like you to subscribe to my channel. Where is it? Is it here or here? Wherever it is, subscribe to my channel because you got more coming in. And then in the comment section, I would like to tell me what you think about branding and how it affects businesses. All right, I'll be waiting for you in the comment section, as I hope to be dropping short video clips here and there to motivate you to do more and be more in your business. Ciao, ciao.